Give me 1 second, ladies and gents. So guys, well, hello ladies and gents, good evening and welcome to Hoppers Gamer. This is of course Hoppers. We're just going to have a look at F1 2023 today. Obviously the game's been out for quite some time, but I've just recently got it today. So we're going to look at part 2 of Breaking Point. You may remember it from F1 2021. With the likes of Devon Butler and of course Aiden Jackson, but it has changed from what I kind of gather, but we are going to have a look at it in a moment or two. Excuse me. As you can tell, I'm actually still full of cold. But we are going to be looking at part 2 of Breaking Point and see what that has to offer. I've just recently, as my other half has a burp, but I do apologise if you heard that on stream. But yes, we are going to be discussing part 2 of Breaking Point. But yeah, so we're going to look at part 2 of Breaking Point for F1 2023. But we're going to have a look in. We're going to dive into it in a minute. Just give me 1 second. But we might as well jump into it then. So I've played a bit of this just recently because I'm going to be doing my team career. I did my team on F1 2022. Excuse me. Sorry, I can't mute my mic when I try and cough because I want to try and speak. So I do apologise for coughing. But I did F1 2022, my team career. Not really completed that, but we're going to be doing, I think, on the schedule on Tuesday. I believe it's Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. We're going to be from 1:45 to 2 in the afternoon UK time, BST. We're going to be doing Hoppers Sport F1. Can we win the World Drivers' Championship in our first season? Which I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to doing that and racing the likes of Las Vegas, etc. So we'll jump into Breaking Point then. We'll see what it has to offer. So basically, if you remember the first Breaking Point, you had like Devon Butler having issues with his arch nemesis or his rival, Aiden Jackson, with Aiden Jackson also having issues with his teammate. I think it's Casper Ackerman, if I remember rightly. But I believe they are back, and we're going to see exactly what happens. I'm going to put it on normal for now, but then if I do complete it, then I'll obviously go back to like challenging and then hard and cover that and see how different it is throughout the different bases. But we'll just jump into a normal one at the moment because see what we've got to offer. We've probably got exactly immersive pit stops. Well, we're going to do that. It's going to be manual gearbox because I do manuals. I'm just going through certain things. And yeah, so we'll jump into it. If you are watching the stream, please do leave me a comment and do say hello to me. I am a friendly streamer. I'm a down-to-earth guy. Motorsport passionate fan. If you can tell from my accent, I'm actually got the Black Country twang, the West Midlands twang, so my sayings may be a bit different. Please bear that in mind, because you know people might think of what. But we'll jump into part 2 then.
Previously in Breaking Point.
Aiden, please tell us, how does it feel to be on the verge of getting behind the wheel for your very first race?
I feel like a little kid. I look around and I'm surrounded by my heroes.
And tell me about Casper Ackerman. How is that relationship coming along?
It wasn't my fault.
Well, whose fault was it then?
He tried to stop them from signing you. Didn't want to play babysitter. We all feel sorry for you, mate. You never stood a chance with him.
I had a call this morning from Christian Horner. You're being watched.
You know what his problem is, don't you? Thinks you're getting too old.
You want respect, you give respect. That's how it works. How about you give me a little respect? How about you earn it first? I'm done.
You what?
I'm retiring.
Why didn't it work out between you two?
He's on more money than me,
What?
Didn't want me on the team.
didn't I? And you thought I was past my best?
So none of this is true.
There's always gossip in the paddock. And ever since he's arrived, there's been one man at the center of it all. I want us to push for fourth. I want us to beat Butler. And I want that seat to go to you.
So Alfa Romeo potentially on track to really upset AlphaTauri here. Butler's closing in on Ackerman. Down the inside he goes, and they've hit each other. Butler into the barrier, and that looks to be the end of the race for him. The Dutchman looks to be continuing at.
It's great to see him still in this fight, Crofty.
Got the third ace. What about Kasper?
We let Aiden pass.
Let Aiden pass.
We did it.
We did it. Have you seen the crash yet?
Butler's okay?
Bruised ego, perhaps.
So as you can tell, guys, from that snippet or that video, Devon Butler is a bit of a penis. You know, I'm gonna obviously say a bit of a few things. Evening, mate. How you doing? So yeah, I think Devon Butler is a bit of a penis. You know, I think he showed his true colours, and it kind of, you know, part one of Breaking Point was kind of a bit of a speculation into obviously like rivalry and teams, etc. in the Formula One, as it is in real life. But let's see what part two is all about then. As I say, it's a new era. It's obviously going back to 2022, so last year, with the new wings and the wheels, etc. So we'll get into that then, and we'll see what happens here at. Excuse me. It says several seasons into the 2022 season, at its season debut at Miami, which is one of three American tracks on the F1 calendar for 2023, because you've got Miami, and then you've got COTA, which is Circuit Americas, and of course the Las Vegas Grand Prix, which is brand new for 2023. But we'll get into part two, Breaking Point. We'll do a bit of it tonight, and then we'll probably carry on maybe tomorrow or over the weekend.
What was it like bringing a brand new team to the F1 grid?
You know, the first time you see a car, your car, with your branding, your name on it, in an official race, alongside Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, that's what it's all about.
You make it sound like a dream come true.
If only.
When did you first get a sense of what was in store for Connor Sport?
2022 season, straight out of the box. The drivers were always going to clash. That was a calculated risk. But the car had problems.
We're midway through the Miami Grand Prix. It's been a cracking race so far, and it's all up for grabs.
Absolutely, Crofty. Some fantastic driving here today, especially, I have to say, from Aiden Jackson. I don't think I've ever seen the Connor Sport car being put through its paces quite like this.
This is a team, Connor Sport, that have got a lot to prove this season, but Jackson might just be the man to do it.
Okay, Aiden, nice job so far. Let's try and bring that gap down to the car ahead if you can. Copy that. gap behind us is 5.4 seconds.
Not the top.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 5.3 seconds.
DRS again.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 7.0 seconds. You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up. Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
Again, that's really useful. The vibration of the control is putting me off a bit. Oh, let's go. Ooh.
Why am I losing power? Copy that, we see it, we're looking into it. Okay, I'm afraid you're going to have to retire the car, please, Aiden. Retire the car.
Oh, bollocks.
You're joking! I'm sorry, Aiden. Pull over now, please. Pull over now. This is getting ridiculous.
And that's agonising for Jackson. Just a few laps left to go, and he's out of the Miami Grand Prix.
With every race, the car looks like a constant problem for Connor Sport. It must be devastating for the drivers.
Confirmation as the car comes to a halt. The Connor Sport's Aiden Jackson won't be seeing the checkered flag today, but it looks like his teammate will. Jackson's DNF puts Devon Butler in a position where he might just be able to secure some points for Connor Sport.
Aiden's out. Yep, engine problem, I'm afraid. Good job you got me. All right, Devon, don't push it too hard. We cannot risk losing both cars here.
It's in the bag, mate.
All okay, Aiden?
Yeah, how's Devon doing?
Yeah, he's doing all right, mate. He looks like he's going to bring home some points for the team.
Good for him.
So we now got to control Devon Butler. Or have we? See, that was a bit interesting. But we shall see. So then, obviously, you know, it's hard to take that because you know it's what happens in real life as well. But obviously, engine malfunction has stopped Aiden Jackson from finishing the race, which is not fun. But then you see Devon Butler being a bit cocky as well.
If it's not one thing, then it's another. Did you not see what happened out there today?
Aiden, I agree with you 100%. We are doing everything we can. I know the car is not perfect, but...
Andreo, it's every race. Do you know how I look losing easy points like this?
Knock, knock. Sounds like there's a riot show going on in here. What am I missing?
Not now, Devon.
Aiden and I were just discussing issues with the car.
Again? I thought that was all in hand. I had no problems today. Smooth. You know what they say? A shoddy workman always blames his tools. mate. You can look at my setup data any time you want. I've told you that. It might help.
And I've told you before. It's not a setup issue. The problem is...
Jackson. That was the problem with the 2022 season. Ask anyone. I mean, at the end of 21, everyone thought Aiden was going to be signed by one of the big three. But, guess they couldn't reach an agreement, so we both signed for Connor Sport.
And do you think that affected Aiden?
That's no secret. Now, for that 22 season, Jackson was a nightmare.
I like how you're just cocky there, Devon. Oh, it's just... Oh. Okay, so... Getting into... Now the point where we're in the hub of Aiden Jackson. You've obviously got performance level and reputation level. Which... believe it or not... Give me a second. But yeah, so it just shows how cocky Devon Butler is, doesn't it? Excuse me. But yeah, so it shows how cocky, but like we're in the hub, so you've got news, social, email, and obviously performance level 1, reputation level 1, where it's all about level and performance, I believe. So, well, performance and reputation, should I say. Right, just give me a second. Right, let's jump into this sector. So it's basically the news about Aiden Jackson and about what happened.
Aiden, hey, I wanted to give you a heads up. Now look, the crew has shared the latest telemetry data with us.
Fine, but I don't think it would tell me anything I don't already know.
Just humor me, okay? I'd like to go through it. Let me know if anything jumps out. I'm keen to iron out these problems as quickly as possible for you.
Sure thing. Thanks, Andrea.
No thanks needed. I've got your back, Aiden. Remember what I said when you joined the team. I won't let you down. Ackerman wouldn't let me hear the end of it.
Yeah, sounds like Casper. You know he told me the same, right? It's just tricky, what with the car and Devon poking his nose in any chance he gets.
There is a lot going on for sure, but we're a team. We'll get there. I'll have a word with the Devon. Tell him to give you some space, both on and off the track, okay?
Yeah, alright. Good luck with that.
So it looks like obviously Devon Butler's been a bit of a cocky twat, as per usual, because he was cocky in the first one. Then you've got a social, which is kind of like what's essentially now X, but known as Twitter. You got the likes of Tiamat Marduk, who is, by the way, a real life F1 fanatic, as well as basically. I wonder if I can actually do it on here. If I don't, then will it actually do it? It probably won't, because I don't have like Streamlabs or anything. But obviously Ben Daly is an F1 creator on Twitch as well. He's done a lot of YouTube, and he's done a lot of background for the F1 games previously. Do go and check him out on YouTube as well as Twitch. It is Tiamat Marduk, as it is spelled in chat. Go and He plays a lot of F1 games. I believe he's actually got to meet the real life Devon Butler as well, which is pretty cool. And then you've got, of course, a lot of things. Aiden fans, Rosanna Tennant. I've no idea who she is. I believe she's new to media. Then you got Arav, or he's another F1 content creator. Go and check him out on Twitch and YouTube. And you've got Tommy T 999. No idea who he is. I think he's a F1 fanatic as well. And then you've got David Coulthard, obviously 90. An F1 driver, well, an old F1 driver, but who used to race for Williams and Lex and McLaren as well as Red Bull. Just having a look who else is famous on here. You got Ant Davison, who used to race for Super. I can't remember exactly the team. He raced for Honda as well. Well, he used to race for British American Racing, I think, or he's test driver for Honda. Super Aguri as well. There you go, remembered it now. In Formula 1, but also Toyota champion in the World Endurance Series. So that is exactly Aiden Jackson's social media at the moment. But I believe it will get technical, and more people will jump in as time goes on. Then you've got emails from the likes of Andrea Kona, who's obviously team manager, and then you've got David Butler, who's of course Devon Butler's father, which I believe the two might be cocky. So Devon and of course Davidoff might have words with Aiden Jackson. Not too sure how this is going to pan out though. So let's have a look then at the next chapter. Then I've got till about 10:30, guys. So I'm not going to be on for much longer. But as I say, we will carry on this either over the weekend or sometime next week. But let's jump into the next chapter then. So let's see what's happening 6 weeks later at the Canadian Grand Prix at Montreal. It's actually a quite nice circuit, I must admit. But let's see what's going to happen. So let's advance then. Throughout the course of Breaking Point 2, you not only now control the drivers, but you also Kona Sports team principal Andrea Kona. Oh, so you get to control. Ah, this is getting better. So let's have a look then. Department event as well. Ooh. Excuse me.
Hey boss, got a couple of minutes?
No mate, I haven't, sorry. Yeah, of course I have. What? What's the matter? How can I help you? So then guys, what do we go for? Do we go for confident or ignore it? This being a home circuit, Stroll and Latifi, so Nicholas Latifi, because this is obviously still 2022, have been all over the local media this weekend. One particular outlet appeared bent on using our recent struggles to pump up the expectations of the home drivers. They indicated that Kona Sport were an easy fodder for the Canadian Grand Prix, and that our drivers shouldn't put up much competition. I think we're going to ignore that and say that's a total bullshit, and prove that we've got to show the local media that we are capable. Devon's overpromised. Well, what's Devon want? Devon was on popular streamers channel earlier this week and promised a behind-the-scenes tour of our factory for next Thursday. This clashes with our schedule, team building days for the engineers back at the factory. Normally I said we don't have to let Devon's flights of fancy interfere with our plans, but that video has recently received a lot of views. The streamer has contacted us to confirm the tour, but what course of action would you take? We'll have to reschedule the team building and let the tour go ahead, but we can't put the toothpaste back in the tube now. I'm going to be a neutral. Well, oh, that's one of the options. Right, okay, so confirm is basically we have to reschedule the team building and let the tour go ahead, but we can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. Neutral answer is cancel the team building and let the tour go ahead, but Devon is getting in front of that camera and leading the tour. He promises, he delivers. And if we decline it, Devon doesn't run this team. Even if he thinks he does, the team building it goes ahead. Cancel the tour. Oh, do we sabotage? So chat, if you're watching the stream, do we sabotage Devon Butler? I think we should. And if Arav, Tiamat Marduk and the real Devon Butler and Matt Gallagher are watching this, please don't hate me. I would decline it. I don't think he's gonna be happy with that. Oh. What does this penis want?
Andreo! Just going over those last-minute strategy changes you sent over.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to make it clear, whatever happens out there today, I get pit priority, yeah?
Well, we'll see how the race develops. If you need priority, you'll get it. But I can't go into the race with that on the table.
Look. We all know Jackson's not pulling his weight. Now, if you want the points, I need to make sure he's not going to get in my way. Do you get me?
Devon, we've talked about this. Give Aiden some space. It's not about you getting in the way of each other. It's about everyone pulling together, racing as a team.
Of course, yeah. So, pit priority, yeah? All right, ciao.
What an absolute bellend Devon Butler is, isn't he? He seems to think he has it all because it's his dad's team. Well, his dad sent him here. Wow. Devon Butler real. Well, that's not his real account. But Natalie Pinkham. No, she's an F1 commentator or panelist. Sean Hale, no idea who he is, but he's a fake, probably mechanic or team owner, so that's who it is. Jimmy Broadbent makes it back into the game. Hello, Jimmer. If Jimmy Broadbent's watching this, please don't take any views what I say about this game to heart, because I know you know you probably like this game. But, it seems very good. Welcome in. But got a lot of people, and just read your interview with Casper Ankerman, the Dutchman. He's a bit of a. I don't know what's happened with Casper, because Casper just lost it all, didn't he, in beforehand. Davidoff and Butler, he can seriously not be part of the team. Linda Clifton, booking your father's flight. Antonio, flight out to Japan. Right, so we've got to view the attachment, so let's see. Ah, so it's that. Okay, so Mark Priestley's the team. So let's see what happens here for chapter 2 of Racing Point. No, Breaking Point. Do apologise. Racing Point was the F1 team. Hope you guys can hear me, by the way.
Into turn 2 we go now. Butler comes out of the pit lane. Jackson is right now with him. This is dicey, Ant. Neither one of these two wants to give way.
This would have been a lot cleaner if Jackson had just let him go. He's just not giving him an inch.
They continue onwards, still wheel to wheel, almost touching there as well, as we head down the straight towards the next chicane. Nothing to separate either car, and through the chicane we go! And now Jackson sends them both off the track, and Butler over a curb. That looked nasty.
And I do believe that one of their cars is damaged here, Crofty. I think it's Butler.
Damage, Ant, but also they've lost places too.
Unbelievable and totally unnecessary as well.
Well, one damaged car, places now to make up. What a complete mess that was.
What was that? Where did he even think he was going to go?
Okay, calm yourself down. We'll look at it in the debrief later, but right now I want you to go and get those places back. Come on, let's go. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 2.2 seconds. Okay, you're in the top 10. And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining. Brilliant, nice move, keep going. Caution, caution. And gap to the car in front is 3.8 seconds. Okay, clear. The car behind by 2.0 seconds. Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Gap to your teammate behind is 35.7 seconds. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
So it's been a day of drama here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve today. But Ants, what stood out for you?
Well, it must be the Connor Sport moment between the two drivers there, banging wheels, not giving each other room on track. It was entertaining, of course, but definitely for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, we enjoyed it, certainly. And Aiden Jackson, well, he'd have enjoyed the result. He did well to recover.
He did do well to recover, but, you know, you never want to see two cars, if you're the team boss, seeing two cars hit each other. It's rule number one, don't hit your teammate.
Given all the problems they've had this season, though, getting one car over the finish line, that's probably a big result for them today. Here comes your top three, making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One.
Hayden. Let's see what happens, and then I'm going to have to head off, guys, unfortunately. So then. Let's see what happens, and then I'm going to have to head off. But like I say, we will continue this maybe tomorrow or over the weekend. We'll see what happens here very quickly, and then I'm going to have to head off, unfortunately.
Aiden, just a heads up, we're putting the debrief back by 30 minutes.
Okay, thanks for letting me know.
Listen, while I've got you on, what happened out there today?
It wasn't my fault. Devon thinks he's the only one driving.
I don't want to dwell on it too much at the meeting, but this is not how we run a team. You know this.
Of course. It's just...
No, I don't want to hear it. We have enough problems as it is. Whatever has gone on between you two in the past, I need you to put it to bed.
Sure.
I don't want to have to talk to you like this, Aiden, and I'll be saying the same to Devon. Come on now.
Sure.
See you at the debrief.
Well, that just justifies that it's all about Devon Butler. David Croft's in here. Crofty F1. You got Noble. I can't remember exactly who he is, but he's another F1 YouTuber. You've got a lot of people now jumping in the feed, so Brian Doyle, the old guy that was in like your team that you chose, whether it was Williams, AlphaTauri or Alpha, in the old Breaking Point. He's now in Sonny Barbados, and admitting that Devin Butler is still a clown. Andrea Ocona is an absolute... I can't say it. I can't. But yes, I'm going to call it a night here, guys, because it is 10:30. As I say, I will continue the story in the next chapter, either tomorrow or over the weekend. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. If you are new around here, please do give me a follow. Help me out massively to enjoy more streams. But until then, guys, take care. I hope you've enjoyed F1 2023 Part 2 Breaking Point. We'll go through the rest of it and we'll see how well it goes. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Ta-ra.